Yet again, the media did the bidding of Daniel Andrews by pretending that when he made an announcement he had anything to say. That today he made any changes that were any different than what he said when he released the roadmap to nowhere last week. Now, this was breathlessly reported all over the shop today that the Premier had made some little changes to the roadmap out for Melbourne and Victoria. Well, nothing is being fast-tracked. It's all the same stuff that we expected a week ago when I told you that the lockdown had been extended for another 5 weeks. It's now another 4 weeks. You're going to be looking at October, not September is when you get out, because here's the deal. There's still a curfew. Just because it starts at 9 o'clock doesn't somehow make it more fair. You still can't go to work, and even then, when the regions start to get a crack, it's not going to be everyone who's going to be allowed to go back to work. You still can't go and see friends. You can't meet anywhere. You can't have people over unless, of course, you live by yourself, and then you can only have one person for the entire month coming over to you. And when they do come in, police have the right to knock down your door to check whether you're 1.5 metres apart and wearing masks at all times. And you still can't go anywhere. There's still no recreational things that you can do. There's still no sit-down eateries that you can go to. So save me the garbage that something has changed today. But again, the media, desperate to let this bloke off the hook. And yeah, cases are going down. Good story, good stuff. But it was obviously always going to eventually happen when you lock down the entire population. At some point in time, the cases are going to start to go down. Thankfully, as I say, they are going down. But as we told you last week, the thresholds are so damn low, 5 new cases for a day for 2 weeks is before you can get back to something even resembling kind of normal. But even then, huge difficulties for people who actually run a business as opposed to government that just tells business what to do. But today the angle seemed to be what we have been talking about for weeks. That it's time to treat the regions differently. This was the line the Premier repeated, and it got one hell of a run tonight on the 6 p.m. news as they were doing the advertorials for Andrews.
Every Melburnian should look with hope and positivity to what's happening in regional Victoria. It looks likely that in just a few days' time, regional Victoria will be able to take another step.
OK, but the step that we are talking about is a step where if a pub opens, you're not going to be able to be inside. You can only be limited to 10 customers per time. The types of workforce that gets to go back is warehouses, not shop fronts or retail. And again, it's still going to be illegal to go and mow somebody's lawn. Again, we'll have a chat to the Jim's mowing bloke in a second. But this is the picture in regional Victoria. Regional Victoria should have no coronavirus restrictions, let alone the step stage 2, 1.75, Windows 98 or whatever the heck they're moving to. Because 79 local council areas in all of Victoria, 59 have got fewer than 10 cases. 15 have got between 10 and 1 case, but 27 local government areas in Victoria have no active cases. They've had no active cases for 2 weeks, many of them have no active cases for a month, and some have had no active cases through the whole damn pandemic. Why are they in any sort of restricted area? Those businesses, those citizens have earned the right to get back to a normal life, a COVID-safe, socially distanced life and all the rest of it. But the idea that the captor, and this is how Stockholm Syndrome works, the captor deserves credit for allowing you the semblance of taking a step towards reality when those people have earned it. They've done everything right. The police are still in place to make sure that people can't leave. The cases that exist in Melbourne. Regional Victoria should be let off the leash now, Premier.